I want to welcome you back to Black Site Tonight. We're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith being publicly violated for his O.J. Simpson comments. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Stephen A. Smith has been taking heat for his O.J. Simpson comments when they celebrated him at the BET Awards. Everybody has been on Stephen A. Smith's neck. And Stephen A. Smith has came out and said he's coming home for vacation to rebuke everybody who has spoke against him when it comes to the Jews. Remember, Stephen A. Smith said if he was at the table that he would have convicted. If he was Chris Darden, he would have convicted O.J. Simpson of the crime. But you got plenty of people out here saying that O.J. Simpson was never convicted. He died a free man. BET should go out there and celebrate him. Who else was going to celebrate one of the greatest careers in professional sports? He was found not guilty by the system that Stephen A. Smith loved so much. But so what's the problem, Stephen A. Smith? But I'm telling you, man, Faison Love has cooked him on Art of the Dialogue. Everybody has been out here cooking them. And one of the funniest things you can ever want to see, you got to see Cam walking through a Vegas hotel with an O.J. Simpson uniform and his helmet. This is what he had on with the ball in his hand, asking and wondering if anybody was going to step to him and say something. This is the most hilarious thing I have seen in a long time, because O.J. used to come on their show and talk about sports. And they loved talking to O.J. You remember O.J. was the first true black man ever to become a great sponsor of products. He was before Magic, he was before Jordan, until he got caught up in the Nicole Simpson thing. But I'm telling you right now, people out in the public, the comedians is going after him, people in sports is going after Stephen A. Smith, and we know Stephen A. Smith is already angry because ESPN is not giving him his $25 million, and they are open, all out in the open, saying they're going to replace him with the guy he proposed to bring over to ESPN, and that is Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe might take over First Take from Stephen A. Smith. Wouldn't that be some? The man who got rid of Max Kellerman will lose his position to a man that he brought in, helped bring in, who is now a superstar on social media platforms with Club Shay Shay, in which he's making millions off of that podcast. Now they're talking about him replacing Stephen A. Smith. See, this is when the problem, when you start acting like a coon, when you start acting, like one of those sellouts, and you think now if you start saying the right thing, Massa will come up with the money to give you. But right now, Disney doesn't have the money. Disney is in some bad shape financially. And you see they laid off plenty of people at that network. They can toss you aside. Hell, they let Skip Bayless go. Hell, they got the number one black person in America when it comes to social media, and that's Club Shay Shay. And they could go out and hire somebody else for $2 or $3 million to sit on the other side of him. That's what they're thinking. But Stephen A. Smith believes that ESPN can't live without him. Oh, yes, they can, brother. They can live without you, and they just might. And I'm telling you, now that you have the black community outraged of what you said after the death of O.J., he's gone. He's met his maker. The decision has been made by God. If he did it or not, he will be punished. But you don't have to come out and say something negative. You didn't have to say nothing at all. You just joined in with the WS's and you on their side, thinking that you gonna get some points from your masters over at Disney. And I'm glad that everybody has been smoking Stephen A. Smith. Because Stephen A. Smith at times doesn't make any sense. He just loves talking. Some things shouldn't even be spoken on. And that was an issue you shouldn't have said anything about. You could have talked about the women at the BET Awards, how they dress, how they act, how they talk. You could have talked about that issue, but you wanted to go straight in on the juice. And the juice is gone. The man had a superb career on and off the field. He wasn't convicted of a crime. I will say that again. Even though he lost in the civil trial, which we knew he would, he was found now guilty by a jury of his peers. And we should celebrate his career. And I'm glad Faison Love cooked him. He cooked him. Big Worm cooked him. I'm talking about, this is funny, but this Cam thing right here was one of the funniest things I have ever seen. And Stephen A. Smith can't get over OJ being celebrated. But one thing he's going to get over is Disney not giving him that $25 million and sending him on his way. Basically, they saying, where you going to go? You going to go to Fox S1? They already paid Pat McAfee to do less than you do, Troy Aikman to do less than you do. They make you work for your money. They do one show a day. He do 5 shows a week, and maybe he walk away. Enjoy his life, but they got you working full time, overtime for your money. Man, the world is tired of Stephen A. Smith. Sometimes you just need to shut that damn mouth of yours. Because right now, the heat is on, man. These brothers want a piece of Stephen A. Smith. Everybody wants a piece of Stephen A. Smith. This is his fault. Always commenting on something that doesn't matter. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.